know it's not spelled that way, but that's how it sounded.
How does it, Silvera? Is that right?
Silvera, yeah.
We ask that the weather will continue to be wonderful and that the game will be great. Number 18 from Cottonwood Heights, Connor Fordham. In the midfield, number 17 from Glendora, California,
we go.
Welcome to BYU men's soccer versus the Burlingame Dragons here at beautiful Provo at BYU Southfield. We welcome everyone out to the game tonight. This is a PDL highlight game for the year, and I'm here today with Stephen Pemberton. I'm Chad Sackett, and we're excited to have you all out here tonight to view this game and have a good time and watch some good soccer on a beautiful night.
It's going to be a good game, Chad.
Yes, for sure.
It's going to be tough.
Definitely excited to have Burlingame in town. Burlingame is currently ranked first place in the division. BYU follows in second place right behind them. And this is a very, very, very important game for both teams. Whoever wins this game will be sitting in the driver's seat basically for the division title. So very important game for both teams at this time. Starting lineups for BYU, we have in goal Brendan Ottman, number 24, left back Connor Fordham, right back Ethan Meyer, center back Junior Lardy, center back Mitchell Scott, holding center mid Tanner Whitworth, center mid Peyton Pemberton, attacking center mid Pedro Vasconcelos, left wing Josh Hunter, right wing Taylor Feinkauser, and center forward Ryan Botcherby. For the Burlingame Dragons, in goal we have JT Marcinkowski. He's with the he played for the San Jose Earthquakes Academy. Clark, number 13, at left back or right back. Hernandez at left back. Cadigan, number 4, center back. Smith in the middle. And then Garcia, Partida, Mendoza, and Silveira in the midfield. And up top, Hinglover, number 11, with Cox, number 23. A lot of I guess you could say, experience on both teams here playing tonight, Steve.
Yeah, it does. It looks like they're going to have a great opportunity to show what their past has been and have some very intelligent ball play tonight.
You said we welcome you out here to the game. Game's about ready to kick off.
Here we go. BYU kicks off, and we'll see what they can do right off the bat here. They'll swing it around the back and look for an opening upfield. Larty on the ball. And it's tapped out. We'll have a first throw in.
Junior Larty's moved back here in the center back last year, kind of fit him into that role. Last 3 games, the staff has said he's done very well back there.
He's played very, very well. A lot of experience, a lot of effort. It's hard to get past him. And the ball goes out again for a throw in for the Dragons.
I'm talking a lot with the different staff here we actually have for the Burlingame, there's actually some Utah ties here. BJ Noble, one of the assistant coaches, he actually is from Utah, and so he has been the last few years at a school, a Division II school in Notre Dame, and brought some of his guys here, and he's picked them up last year. So got some Utah roots with Burlingame Dragons right now too.
That's great. So the Dragons got the ball down deep. They're looking for a throw in off down deep in the offensive third. Some high pressure there, and BYU comes up with the ball. They're sure working that corner, aren't they, Chad?
They've got that corner there. They've got in the middle and the corners. There's actually some ties to UNLV. They've got 2 or 3 UNLV.
They do.
Soccer college players that are playing with this team. That's kind of the mix and the difference between a lot of these teams that BYU are playing against. Burlingame has 4 of the best players they can get from UNLV, 3 or 4 players from Stanford. It's kind of an all-star team.
They're really putting some together, aren't they? So coming up the right side of the field, looking for openings. It's not a real fast-paced game at this point, is it?
Well, I think that a lot of people come here to town to BYU, and they get to play on this wonderful field. It's such a large field. The field rolls great,
Just great,
plays
yeah.
perfect, and so I think a lot of people get excited, and kind of takes a little time to get used to, but not as much as a turf, and rolls fair. So ball's kind of going back and forth a little bit here.
That's right. That's right. And he goes down for our first foul. Number 7, Botcherby, goes down as he's on the ball, and we'll get our first free kick, and we're right off the bat. Pedro's taking the ball in. And we got a 3-on-4 situation down to a 2-on, and the goalkeeper comes clear out and misses the kick on the ball. It's a good thing he was covered.
Yeah, quick little release there. You've got actually a new start to the center back there, Mitchell Scott.
Mitchell Scott.
Actually recruited him out of high school with one of his other friends that came here and played. He is from Vegas, Las Vegas actually. Just got off his mission and has done a great job for them. He actually played, I think this is his second game playing, so it's good. Oh no, he actually went on the trip with them.
Oh, yeah.
So he got thrown in this position, has done great for them so far.
It's wonderful how those missionaries come back and be able to start right up, get back into the swing of things really quickly. And sometimes that's even one of the more important things, is to see how quickly they can get him back.
Look at that little quick foul there. Got him on the back. Gets him back up again. Josh Hunter on the outside
Nice ball.
left.
Yep.
Josh Hunter did have the lone goal in their win last week against Las Vegas, against the Mobsters. So let's see if we can get him another goal this week.
Yeah, they're playing on a much better field right now than they did down there.
That's right. That's what I hear.
It was pretty difficult to control the ball, I understand.
Did you go down to that game?
I did not.
I saw some pictures.
Yes, and I heard a lot of stories. BYU seems to have control right here. In the midfield, they're looking.
Nice little touch by Pedro.
Yeah,
Smooth
he's got
little
quite
Brazilian.
a touch, doesn't he?
He goes to the jogar futebol.
Yeah. They're looking up the line. Oh, nice little poke away there, Ethan. He gets it up to number 7. Botcherby over to Payton. Payton crosses it back across the middle. And, oh, nice little move by Meyer. Payton's got it on the far side and going to cross it in. Dangerous play there. That was nice.
It's a great ball in there. Ryan Botcherby, actually, it's kind of an interesting story. He played a lot of defense last year, and they've moved him up front just because of his effort and work ethic.
Yeah, he's done really, really well. It's kind of interesting. The 2 Utah Valley Players of the Year for Utah County are playing together on the BYU team. We're co-MVPs back in 2012. It's Botcherby and Pemberton.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Save there for Marcinkowski. Like I mentioned before, he played with the San Jose Earthquakes Academy. He's a local guy for them, for Burlingame.
Now they're going to work it around the back, find that open area, aren't they?
Right here to Hernandez.
He's looking, see if he can find somebody. And nothing there, and not very high pressure. It looks like they're not high pressure up here in the offensive third.
I know, talking to Junior a little bit before the game, you're saying that, with the difference of the field being so big, we're going to not sit back as much, pick a higher line, and then probably not press until about the arc. That was the thought process on the game plan.
I hope that works out for them. They worked really hard in practice to be ready for this game. And it looks like we got our first corner of the game.
So they've worked a lot on their set pieces this year. They like to play this ball quick and lop it in there. Just get a little 5 yards off, bring 2 guys out, open up the middle for the corner here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Josh or Pedro is going to take this corner.
They're giving him 10 yards.
Yeah. And it's nice kick. Oh, he's open and got a head on it. But didn't get it in the right direction, so comes out wide. We still got it deep.
Oh, yes, get through.
Not a bad idea. The Dragons need to clear it because BYU's in a very dangerous situation, and it'll be a BYU throw-in.
So there's some big backs there, and the center backs for Burlingame. They've got Smith, who was at one time with the U17 national team. Cottigan is with plays for CSU Stanislaus in college. Some big guys there in the back to hold up their center backs.
Yeah, and he's huge, isn't he?
Big guy.
Yeah. He may be one of the MLS would want to take a look at just because of his size, don't you think?
And he's, I think he played at San Francisco for the Dons.
Oh.
So I don't know if he's a junior or senior. It could be kind of getting in the mix here. Yeah,
Yeah.
So one thing with the Burlingame and the PDL in general that's kind of nice is they've got the Burlingame's tied to San Jose Earthquakes, so a lot of these guys have the opportunity to train with them, get some good looks with them, kind of a stepping stone to possibly get in with that MLS team there.
And that's a great opportunity for him too. Pedro took the ball up the field and we're back into the offensive third, and it looks like they're got a nice little throw in, but that big number 3 stepped in front of that ball, and it's not going to stay on the field when he's there, is it?
No. I remember playing against him last year. He did a great job for them, but as you can see there, went down a little soft there. He liked it.
Yeah.
I think we were watching the game. I think, did you see the game against Fresno Fuego? He went up and battled up against keeper. And I don't know if they give him a foul or not, but we got to watch for that one. Some big balls coming in. The rest will be watching those high balls, those 50-50 balls.
Yeah. Well, we've got a goal kick for the Dragons here. He's come short and wide.
Not too high of pressure until they kind of force him into the side here.
Looks like that. Oh, nice little ball.
Good
Got
win
men
by
together.
Fankhauser.
Oh. You can hear coaches just telling him to keep it simple, work that ball.
I think number 17 here, Tanner Whitworth, played from Southern California. Actually, his brother Casey Whitworth played here at BYU. Just got off his mission. He's a big addition back for the Cougars.
That's nice.
Holds him back in the center back and then holding mid.
So the referee didn't like something there, and Ryan Barcheview gets a little warning there. Looks like he may have kicked the ball a little loose, and the referee wants to assert himself here in the first part of the game. So free kick for the Dragons. They're going to take it over to the right side of the field to head up, see what they can find. And didn't find much out of bounds. They'll go for a
You'll
throw
find
in.
that a little bit too from even watching the game last year and some of the games on film. Burlingame does like to play a little bit more direct, play around on the back a little bit and then try to find the guys up high.
Mm-hmm. Good run.
Partita wins that UNLV connection right there.
Yeah. It's nice when they have someone they know how to play with.
True.
No, nice steal. Nice little steal there.
Connor Fordham,
and
local.
on the run.
Gets him.
Looked like could have been a foul.
Oh, yeah, let that one go.
Sure let that one go, didn't he? Well, the crowd doesn't like it too much.
No, they don't.
You'd think we were a home team or something. Nice little cross in there. Number 13's got it wide and takes that long chip inside, but cleared.
Oh, Pedro wins the ball.
Nice,
Good win,
quick
Pedro.
feet. We got
Vasconcelos in the middle.
Yep. And he's going wide with the ball over to Hunter. Josh is looking for something, is not seeing what he likes, so he's going to play it back and give himself some room and some breathing space.
Mitchell Scott to junior. Those two they're Utah locals. Ethan Meyer out here on the right side from Texas. It's his senior year, so he's wanted to make a statement here his last year.
Yeah, and he has a brother playing here locally over at UVU too.
That's right.
Oh, nice little move. We got a look. We got a shot here. We got a shot. On goal. We score! BYU!
Wow. How did he find him on the outside there? That was wonderful. He's just hiding out. He's wide open to pop over there. Keeper makes a sweet save. Boom.
Still loose.
Right in the right place. Mr. Fankhauser with the goal. Right place, right time.
Well done.
That was wonderful.
We're going to see that again, and it's nice to play the ball and then just stay on it when the ball just comes a little bit loose. That's what coaches always tell you to do is follow that ball all the way until it gets in the back of that net.
Oh, what a great piece. What a way to follow that up. Keeper comes up with a great save. Josh Hunter finds himself wide open on the left side. Fankhauser puts it away.
He did. Those goalkeepers really bother themselves a little bit about it when they can't just snag that ball rather than popping it away. And they're an interesting breed, those keepers.
I'm a goalkeeper. Be careful.
No, I love goalkeepers. You just have to have a different mindset.
Oh, yes. Letting them kind of come in. They're not pressing them too high here. A little
not
scary.
too bad. Oh, and that was a quick ball. Made it drop down. Laherty dropped down to get that ball wide. And they've crossed it into nothing over on the far side, so it'll be BYU. Oh, he calls it for the Dragons.
Not sure
I
what the
didn't see
call
that.
is. Did it hit off somebody?
I did not
Looks like
see
it was a
anybody.
deflection.
Must have done. He's closer than we are.
So you've got the 2 forwards up top for Burlingame. Number 11, Hinglover played at Duke, and then Cox actually has some ties to Real Salt Lake. His brother Raphael played for Real Salt Lake when they won the MLS Cup. So Cox, number 23, also plays for Tacoma, an indoor soccer team. But a lot of guys, a lot of experience up there.
We got a one man out top. I don't know if he's going to pull it back.
He's going to go for it.
He is going to go for it. He lost it. That's a tough thing to do. Keeper's not taking any chances, though. He's going to get it cleared out if he can. Pemberton's on the ball, chests it down, and tries to find the open man. Nothing yet. Finds the wing wide. That's Hunter over there, isn't it?
Oh, the Hunter-Pedro connection almost.
Yeah. It's pretty when it works, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, the ball's out, so we've got a BYU throw in here.
Stephen, you guys you're from around this area? You're down in Payson, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh.
Not a call again, no.
Wow, looks like Eddie McCall on that.
Josh Hunter.
Yeah.
See how they play here. The wind's picking up, kind of going into BYU. Might try to play a little bit direct, see if they can work it up from the back. Yep, let's work it out. Big field here, a little bit different than some of the different areas that they'll play in. They'll able to work it out of the back a little bit more.
Right. Oh, nice step. Now he goes down as he steps, take the ball, but gets it over to Botcherby, who swings it over to Hunter, and Hunter back to Pemberton.
It's a great
Pemberton,
step.
oh, what a move he's got there. Got the ball back to Hunter, but it hasn't developed yet, so they're still keeping possession.
Yeah, it's great possession here by BYU. Tanner Whitworth stepping in to win that ball. Get tackled a little bit. They kind of played a play on advantage.
And it's gone out on the Dragons. I think you wanted a call there, but I didn't see anything, did you?
No, going for BYU throw-in. Ethan Meyer here, senior out of Texas.
He finds Pemberton in the middle, which he hasn't really got much, so he sends it back. But
little tie there too, Pemberton. Great player out of Payson too, so local kid. Transfer from UVU. Has been a great pickup for BYU. Leadership, helped them out, holding out in that middle.
Little header. Oh, we've got a little. Oh, nice little steal there again. They're playing hard. He called that one. That was an interesting call. Looked like pretty.
Kind of going for it.
Yeah. Ball's back wide on the right side, and they're looking over the top. It's been about 3 or 4 balls over the top and hasn't really developed into anything.
They do play a little bit direct there, hitting the high guy. They don't have as bigger forwards as they usually have had in the past.
There's all kinds of strategy. Oh, they both went down after that ball, and it looks like the Dragons got the better of it. Even though Whitworth went down after that ball and hit it, they both together there. Dragons come up with that throw-in. Looks like they might try to switch field here and find a better move forward on that. Go back to the middle.
Back to number 3, Smith.
He's got plenty of time, so he's not going to have to worry at this point where to put it.
Coaches for Burlingame are chipping a little bit. They wanted to move it a little bit quicker. And he's found somebody. Number 11, that's Hinglover, isn't it? Yeah, Hinglover. He's one from Duke there.
Ah, yeah. We got
so that is one thing that I did mention before, that I find it always amazing watching the PDL as long as I have and playing here, watching BYU play against these teams. For them to be able to compete with these teams, it always blows my mind, just in the sense that, I mean, you've got, like I said, Hinglover for up top is played for Duke. You got 23, Cox is playing in Tacoma for an indoor team, and you kind of go through their whole mix. And I even think we were talking to their administrator. He's saying they're missing 2 or 3 guys from Stanford and 2 or 3 guys from St. Mary's, and it's amazing what BYU can do and compete against these guys, these all-star teams, basically.
It really basically is an all-star team, and when you can pull some names from some of the big schools that have had great success over the years, and they're still looking to get into the MLS if they can by working their way up through the PDL and that system.
Right. Great system, great league to play in. A lot of these guys, they have a path to pro, and you can kind of see a lot of these guys that actually get an opportunity to train and play with the the MLS teams and the USL teams.
Great opportunity. Just love to see that opportunity because, it hasn't been too many years they've had those.
Right.
Now we've got to throw in by the Dragons. They're trying to get it deep as they can. Didn't work out for them. BYU's been pretty good on those on the defense.
Nice and composed in the middle there.
Very much. Some good discipline there, isn't there? Now they're back in the offensive third, making a little run. Is Pedro, or is that? Oh, that's Josh.
Hunter.
That's Josh.
Switch the side of the field.
Nice little cross, a little heavy on it. Payton picks it up on the far side. Looks for another cross, nothing there, so he slides it back.
Ooh, Connor. Good luck with the lefty.
Yep.
Another local product. Connor played with Sparta growing up.
Yeah, it's out of Sandy, isn't it?
Yep.
Storied club up there in Sandy.
Definitely.
Well, they maintain control, and the possession I've got to say, you're looking at probably 60-40 possession right now. What do you think?
BYU's had a good chunk of it.
Yeah,
good chunk of it.
Oh. Well, just rolled out of bounds there for a goal kick.
I love the way that both teams pressing the ball, finding their times to win the ball, but BYU has found 2 or 3 opportunities where they've actually stepped and pressed and won the ball, and that's been a big opportunities for them getting the breaks on goal.
It seems like they're just being wise in the times when they press. They don't press sometimes, other times they do, and so far it's worked out for them very nicely.
I know that from even just working with Brandon over the years. You try to find those moments to press. It doesn't need to be all the time 100 miles an hour.
Well, it can't be. If you're playing chess out there on the field, you've got to break it up a little bit. That was a good through ball. And we're looking for a cross maybe here and to find somebody open. Oh, look at that. Nice little move by Josh. A little wide on the shot, but it's a shot that goes wide and we'll have a goal kick.
Josh Hunter.
But not a bad opportunity there.
Yeah, Josh has been a great addition to BYU. He's been with BYU for quite some time. He's kind of been moved around quite a bit. At one time he was right back, left back. Looks like I think now they finally found a great position for him there on the left wing.
Well, that's great. He's seen the ball quite a bit tonight. He's a lot of experience. If you're playing that those back positions and then you move up, gives you just a little bit different perspective, and sometimes that works into your favor. So the Dragons have got the ball and they're pressing now. They're clear up in BYU's defensive third, and there's a slight shot. Can't tell if that really was a shot or a pass to see if Hinglover could get his head on it, but
Great
big
save.
Keeper jumps up and grabs it
save
right
by
out of the
Brendan.
air.
Yeah, Brendan's another great addition to BYU. He actually transferred from out of New York. He's from Texas too.
Yeah, wasn't he one of the players they said to watch for this year at BYU?
Yeah,
he'd be a player to watch.
Great. Yep, he's
done
had
some great
to
saves.
back up some keepers in the past, and now it's his turn.
Oh, that's great. BYU's got control of the ball again. Moving it on the far side of the field. Pedro's fun to watch, isn't he?
Oh, he's so fun to watch. Yeah.
That ball on his feet. Looks like we're going to see us. They're going to switch the field here. It's got some room, yeah. Nope. Didn't quite work out the way we wanted to. Blarty was trying to get the ball up to Botcherby and went a little wide, a little far. Still looking for an opening. There was a good opening.
High.
Yeah.
He was higher than usual, and they were able to get him the ball instead of playing it longer.
They tried to get up there quick and have lost the ball out of bounds, so it'll be BYU throw in deep in the field down their defensive third.
They're going to keep him in. Look at them press him in. Yep.
Coaches
want
like
to press him in. They're going to try to keep him in, press the corner.
Yep.
Watch for the release though for BYU. If they can get a quick switch, Pedro's open in the middle.
There's some decent ball movement there.
Oh, there's Tanner Whitworth in the back.
Well done, Tanner Whitworth. Just outsmarted him. Came around the outside to get that
Keeps
ball.
the ball possession.
Yep.
Ooh, good defense
Nice
by number
little shield
5,
the ball out of
Hernandez.
Is it just me, or does it look like the Dragons have picked up their pace just a little bit?
Yeah, they're moving it a little bit more. I think that they've brought some of their forwards are coming a little bit higher now, and they're keeping on the ball instead of trying to knock it high and direct.
Right.
Once they're now trying to keep it low and on the ground, they're just trying to pop it around a little bit more and get some quick little touches, and it's working for them so far, possession-wise.
They need to, BYU needs to stay a little more disciplined in their shape there a little bit to make sure they can cover that quickness. That was just cleared by Junior. He's, man, he's solid back there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And it's interesting because he's been playing right back for so long, and we even had him at some different areas, and he's found his home. That's what everybody's saying. He has found his place in life right now back there in the center back.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't a Junior that North Carolina was interested in and had him come out and visit.
Yeah, yep.
And decided to come to BYU instead of going to that storied program out there in the East.
He had an offer out there at one point, and ended up coming here. And yeah, he's been here. I think this is a senior year too. So there's 4 or 5 seniors on this team now. This is kind of their last hurrah for BYU and in the PDL. Hopefully the PDL kind of gives them a shot if they really want to move on to the next level.
Oh, I wish they would. That would be a wonderful thing. That was a strong kick, wasn't it? Oh, and that number 3, he can get up there, can't he? Josh Smith.
That's right. He's big in the back.
Yeah.
Remember him from last year doing the same thing, very, very dominant in the air. And you'll see if they ever have some balls coming forward, corner kicks, different things, watch for him. They look for him on those.
Yeah, he's the captain. I listened to him before the game started. He was shouting out directions all through warm-ups. So you know he's one of those guys they really look to carry the team back there.
That's right.
So we've got the throw-in. Drag's got a throw-in, and looks like, yep, you're going to play it back to keeper to give themselves some, to relieve that pressure.
There it is again.
Yep.
Those big center backs.
Yeah. Nice little head ball to keep the ball under control and inside to Fankhauser.
Just a little possession for both teams here.
Yep. And they're just moving that ball. Now he's going to bring it into the middle a little bit, see if he can find something. Oh, switch clear over here to, that's Fankhauser. No, that's
oh, good possession here. Little spots here trying to find the openings, but moving it back and forth. There's 2 transitions.
I like that. They're not forcing anything up. They're just seeing what's given to them, and if there's given, they give it a go. And just as I say that, he sends it right to the back.
The one forced time.
Has he got room there? And the keeper comes up with a nice snag there. Looks like he's going to come towards the near field, near side.
So he's wanting him to check. They keep wanting him to check too, looking for that ball. Then he comes. See, Hingler's number 11 is coming up, trying to check and find that ball instead of staying as high like they were.
Coming clear back. That's pretty good to be able to adjust to those kind of things on the fly. So you can tell they've had some experience playing the game.
Sure.
Oh,
wow!
I thought that would have been a foul. He really clipped him from behind. That's not normally allowed to just play on.
Yeah, I think Fankhauser very, very smart with the ball when he has a chance. Puts himself in great positions.
They kept it in, hit that line, and they thought it was out for a minute, but referee calls it staying in.
Oh, nice touch by Tanner Whitworth.
Pedro's on the ball now, looking to play the way he faces and sends it out wide over to Josh, but Josh can't get there in time.
Number 13, Clark with the throw in.
Yep.
Bryce Clark from Los Gatos, California. It looks like he was at SMU.
Oh, is that right?
So there's one more college that they picked up a guy from. It seems like a lot of these guys, Northern Cal, Southern Cal, kind of the hotbeds of soccer, right?
Yes.
A lot of these kids get recruited and they kind of spread out through the country. Some of these kids here, kind of their hometown is the Bay Area, and so they'll come home from playing at SMU or Duke or other places, and this is kind of their summer home to stay in shape until they go back to school, or even possibly they graduate and they're trying to get a good look in the MLS.
Well, yeah, I heard you talk in the beginning. You can keep how many from the same team, from a college team on to the PDL?
Yeah, so on each PDL team, they can have up to 5 players from one school. So I think they've got.
Interrupt, you got a little foul here. He's
Ooh.
called it clear back. You notice that? He was go forward. A lot of times they'll let that go or play on.
Wanted to push it back. Did they play a right quick start and they want to pull it back? I love it.
Yeah. So you were saying about 5 players
Yeah,
from school.
so they usually have 5 players per school. So I think they've got UNLV. They've got 5 guys from UNLV that are on the squad here. They've got 3 or 4 from Stanford, and then I imagine San Francisco has a few that are going to be playing with them. But yeah, they said they're still waiting for 2 or 3 of their players to come in. They just graduated and are getting done with college right now.
Yeah.
So.
BYU is in a completely different ballpark than that when it comes to trying to recruit players.
Yeah, recruiting process is a little different. You know, they use a lot of the camps that they do. The camps are a great way for a lot of the for locals and everyone from across the nation to come and to BYU, go to the camps and actually get a good look to try to come to school here and play. So yeah, a little different than how it is in the NCAA. They don't have to abide by the rules and the different things on who you can talk to. They can talk to a 14-year-old if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But trick is getting into school, so.
That is the truth.
Any of those out there right now that are watching this game, want to come to BYU, keep your grades up. That's the key.
That's really true. I was in the training room before the game, and he was talking to one of the, I think it was Cox, and he was asking, so do you guys just come here for the academics, or do you come here because you want to play soccer? Thought, well, that's a tough question to answer there.
Yes.
Because you have to have the academics.
You have to kind of do both, yep.
Yeah. But you're not going to make a team like this without being on top of your game.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little poke away. Look at that.
Connor Fordham.
And just a little light touch. If he could have been a little heavier, he might have been on.
Botcherby wants it back. Botcherby wants it back.
He does, doesn't he?
Good press.
Good press, and he sends it way high.
So strong.
Oh, nice little header.
As a freshman,
good control.
As a freshman, he was a rock star, and there he goes again, back off his mission.
Oh, nice cover back there by number 12, Mitchell Scott. When Lardy had to come up for that ball, Mitchell covered him really well.
Yeah, they get a touch on that, barely. Good little pressure there by Kinglover.
Well, they're trying to grab. They want to stop Pedro. There's a great switch, wasn't that? Oh, he's got a man. Oh, inches. It's a game of inches, isn't it? Maybe a foot to the right there, and he'd have been in.
Right into Botcherby.
Nice little touch there to get it to his teammate who loses it out of bounds, so it'll be a BYU throw-in. Oh, Meyer right to his feet. Well done, and Payton's got to run. Oh, if number 5 hadn't have been there.
Great little flick.
That's Hernandez just got that away fast enough that they didn't get that nice little go into the goal. You know, as often as we talk about it, it's amazing to me how often that guy who throws the ball in is actually open.
Ooh, good little hit. Nice
little shot there.
Left-footed shot by Pemberton. Little pass there for Feinkauser. Give him a little opportunity on goal. Keeper handled it well.
He did. So there's a little higher pressure than we're used to by them.
Yeah, they're a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything yet from the coaches. We got our mics on, but every once in a while you can probably hear Brandon saying, okay, for 2 minutes, let's do this.
Yeah. And there we go, play it back to keeper to relieve that pressure some.
Great. That's one thing I know Brandon works a lot with, being able to have that opportunity that when the pressure's there to knock it back to your keeper, that he's comfortable about having that ball back there.
Well, you've got to have it. The less you use your keeper, the more disadvantaged you are.
There's the big guys in the back again.
Look at that. Nice little control by Pemberton. He swings it wide for Meyer, who looks wide and switches field. Can you get there?
Just a little bend on it.
Just not quite far enough, and the keeper comes up
the right idea for Hunter. There's just a little bit bend. It was almost like if it would have curved the other way, he would have been right on. Keeper came off his line well for that, too.
He really did. If he hadn't, he'd probably been in a little difficult situation.
For sure.
So it was wisdom.
Oh, here's their pressing, kind of keeping them over on this side.
Yeah, they really are.
There, they opened it up.
Yeah.
Look at that big switch on the left.
Yeah.
They got to be careful.
That's what I was noticing as well. He's up there several times without much worry. Patience sends him off to the side. Back to the middle.
Mendoza, UNLV product. They got those two. Mendoza, Partita in the middle. Playing with each other at school, and now they're playing with each other together here.
That's got to be refreshing to have someone in the midfield you know how to play with. You throw somebody in there without knowing, and it's pretty difficult.
Thanks.
So they've played it back there to relieve the pressure too. I think they felt like they were having a little bit too much pressure and wanted to reset things. So the Dragons are using one of the BYU plays. Oh.
Quick little 1-2 with
yeah, he just split those players, and they looked like, and they had an opportunity.
Offsides flag up.
But he was offside. It's a good little run. They found that little seam in the middle. Little timing issue. They might have been very dangerous there.
The sun here is just kind of breaking. It's just in the worst almost situation for Brendan there. He's haven't handled it well. Next little 10 minutes here will be gone.
It'll be a big issue.
The two. There they are. Josh again, right? Smith up in the air. Boschby's doing
nice.
well to
Whitworth
handle
came up to try and stop that. Larty won that ball, but he's going to give him a free kick.
Yeah, he almost wanted to let it play on. He's
He
going to
really
talk to him
did.
a little bit here. This will be interesting. Be careful not to push him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, he gave him warning. I think he thought it maybe had been a little reckless, but these are the dangerous spots.
So here's who's on top of the ball here. So we've got Hernandez and Cox. Top of the ball here. Cox, like I mentioned before, played with Tacoma Stars in the Indoor Pro League. He's got some relationship to the RSL, former RSL player Rafael Cox. Looks like he may be the one that want to take that. They're going to line up two, a lefty and a righty. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting what they've got. They've got
the
three in the
sun,
wall
too.
there.
It's going to be
And the sun. This is an important piece right here. Let's see what happens. And it's high. Well,
sigh of relief.
Yes. I'm sure that's not what he wanted to kick, but I'm sure that the keeper was grateful that it wasn't down lower and right in the sun.
Ref giving a little whistle there for Brendan to hurry it up. That probably came from Brendan's pocketbook of tricks and trades. Take a little drink, kill the game a little.
Well, you do have to do that, don't you?
Oh, yes. Good win by Connor again.
Yes. Pops it up over. Oh. Maintain control. That's pretty good.
Fake, just so smooth on the ball.
Trying to get up that front, just a little out of control and send it outside.
Head up to this number 14 here. Looks like Garcia. I think this is one of BJ Noble's assistant coach's players from at Notre Dame.
Oh.
So kind of brought over one of his guys.
What a good throw.
Oh, they're calling it for a little push in the back.
Yep.
Nothing there. The linesman didn't help him there. It must have been the center ref calling that one.
Yeah. Well, he had the angle, didn't he? All right. So he brings it right to the middle and tries to chip it up over to the right side. Nothing much there, so they reset it. Well, that was good.
Yeah, they're good switch. The coach has been, I can hear the coaches here for Burlingame talking a little bit 5-10 minutes ago just to kind of switch that ball back and forth, and they did that there. And then it's another switch around the other side. It's kind of opened up the field game for them.
And they're getting deeper and deeper with those switches. Oh, he has a look into the sun and he reaches up and grabs it with his hands. What a great save. Not that it was on target, but without that, you had, what was that number? That was there. Is that Cox up there? It was high?
It's
Hinglover, yeah.
Up to challenge the keeper, but not much of a challenge there.
Not really.
Brennan did well in the air for that ball.
Can he keep control? Oh, that's a great battle inside there. Oh, Pemberton comes with that ball back. Hopefully he can. Yeah, what a move. Got the ball right out to him, and look at that. They're on the move again. We've got it wide. He's looking, see if he can find somebody inside. Goes a little deeper, and he can't get it off. Well,
good little touch on him.
Yep.
Defense, great little defensive play there. Got enough touch on him to get him to push the ball out for a goal kick. Quick restart too by the keeper. They're wanting to get that ball going.
they send it wide and short several times now just to get that ball moving. Oh, oh, wow. Peyton goes down and wins that ball, and the number 14 goes over the top of him.
Right back up. Oh, he's right onto Josh.
Oh,
looking in the middle for the
look
big
at that
again.
ball.
There it is.
That was pretty, wasn't it? Well, he's going to get there. Hinglover's going to get there, and he's got a guy on the backside. Is he going to get that into him? It might go out. Nope, they've got control of it. That's number 8? That's Silvera, right?
Yep, Silvera on the outside there, 8.
He was wise to stay wide and didn't turn into anything, and BYU regains the ball and control the ball, and Pemberton sends it long into the hands of the keeper. So again, a quick start right out the side, and oh, he about played with the ball a little too long and had a couple of guys there on him and
force the turnover.
Forced it. Yep.
Good force. Pressing at the right moments. BYU does that. They've had probably 6 to 7 or 8 of those.
They really have.
Able to win that ball right in the middle. Hopefully, one of these they're going to get punished. They're going to be able to punish hopefully on Burlingame. But then once again, Burlingame does the same thing right here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what control. Look at Junior go. Wow, that was beautiful, wasn't it?
Touch,
that
yeah.
was a foul there, but the referee was blocked out of being able to see it. So
right over
here's
his head.
the ball.
Oh, good luck. Junior's got help in the back. Tanner.
Oh, yeah.
So something we talked about. So if you see here, Tanner Whitworth just stepped in the little
sure
back
did.
there while Junior was out and away. We've got a good rotation there with those two working there. Tanner stepping back into that there.
Oh, look at those one touches and finding each other. Like that triangle, don't you?
Save it.
Nice save. No?
Yep.
Yeah,
still
good
in.
job. And keeper's going to easily catch that one over his head.
Good challenge, though. He's working hard up there.
He
They're
is.
working hard for those balls.
And they're going to swing it.
They are just wanting to move it fast there.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to look for that big one right there. See, he did look up for
He
it.
did.
It's not on,
And it
then
wasn't
go for
there,
the
yeah.
short, long, but they're keeping it short. Silvera out wide.
Yep. Wow.
Another change of possession.
Yeah, Josh got the ball and he's trying to send it up again. Didn't quite get it there. The outside of that foot's hard to control that ball that way.
Watch be spending it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that little flick on to Pedro. Beautiful ball.
Wonderful.
And Pedro still got it. Look at that.
Oof.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was nice.
1-2 with Hunter and Pedro working it through. Pedro with a little Brazilian flair.
Yeah, isn't that fun to watch?
Safety
Clear
net.
back to keeper, yep. And he'll send it back up long again. Let's see if we can win this.
Another challenge, but just
Yeah.
big in the back.
Right.
BYU down numbers here. Number 14 Garcia going
Yep.
at them there, and back to Hinglover.
BYU just picked that right back up. I thought they might have been a little more dangerous on that one.
Way to keep possession on that. That
Yeah,
was good.
no kidding.
That's kind of it took a little bit out of Burlingame's game right
Sure
there.
did.
Try to knock it forward and play it back and keep possession.
Look at that overlap to Pedro. Oh, and across. Nobody was on the backside. If we had somebody on that backside, boy, they would have been right there ready to put it in the back of the net.
It was back and forth a little bit. Burlingame hasn't really been able to get too much into the offensive third unless it's been a foul or, a quick throw in. Other than that,
Good
the game's
point.
kind of been played in the middle of the pitch here with BYU having more chances so far.
And even and that's still a 1-0 game with that with one of their maybe 4 chances. They put one in. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
a nice
good
ratio.
numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Ethan getting a little on the referee there. Hopefully they're going to
Players
try
like
to
to
win
let
him
the
over.
referee know what they're thinking, don't they? So Ottman's going to come out and take that kick then. And
42 minutes, so few left here. I wonder how much the referee's going to add on. There's not too much he's going to add on. We'll have to see.
now that's a great ball. Pinpoint accuracy, wasn't it?
Right on Hunter's head.
Right on his head. Strong leg.
Fans kind of showing up here, just trickling in. Good turnout here on a Saturday night. This is for the home opener for BYU. Usually play anywhere from 7 to 8 home games in the PDL. So any of you out there that are watching this on TV thinking that it was going to be too cold, come on out for the next game for sure.
Nice step to that ball again.
Mitchell coming up.
Giving some real pressure on there. Make it difficult for in the middle. Tough to get anything going.
Yeah, Mitchell Scott, like I said, came home off his mission, kind of was training with the guys, training with the team for a while, and has just kind of stepped into that role great. He's his other buddy that he played with, Blake, is on a mission now. That guy is superstar. We'll be excited. BYU will be excited to see when he comes back too as a forward.
There's that switch again. Didn't quite make it, but they're still using it. Well, you can tell we're getting down to the end of the first half.
Yeah, killing a little bit of time here. They want to get to half. They want to get one up.
Yep.
BYU's trying to they want to try to get that
they want to go
lead
in
and go into half.
Yep. Oh, nice little body. Keep control of the ball, and they do.
Big and strong touch. There's Botchby
Nice.
with the keeping the ball.
Oh, nice ball.
His possession has been
Pedro
great tonight.
doesn't
I don't
force
think
it.
Any ball that's come to his feet for the night, he's got 3 or 4 that have come in, and he's kept the possession. He's done a great job up top there for BYU.
Yes, he has. Is he on? Yeah.
No, called him off.
Called him off.
Yep, the play on. Keeper has the ball.
Yep. No worries. To try and find those runners is real important. And we got it on the width now.
So there he's checking too. A little far, but they keep it. They keep possession.
Yep. I guess he just didn't want to go forward with it. He had some room, but maybe didn't see it. So Myers having a good game, isn't he?
Yeah. Just safe
playing that
ball there.
well.
Played the ball right off him out for out of bounds instead of taking the chance and knocking in the middle. Just played it safe on that one.
Yeah. Nice little header, but falls to the feet of the Dragons. Then Pedro sends it deep.
Nice little 1-2 out of the back.
That
Yeah,
is nice. Yeah.
Connor's receiving, and I'm still trying to figure out if he's a true left footer or a right footer, and I always gave him a hard time about it, but I really think he's a right footer, but he's worked on his left foot so much that I got him on that side.
Well, you got to use both feet. I tell my players all the time, God gave you 2. You better use them both.
Pedro taking some chances. I like to see that from Pedro. He likes to, he can do that more often, take those guys on and find some chances on goal.
Yeah.
Quick counter here.
He's taking his time, looking the
Yeah,
field
they
over,
didn't wanna
find
go
and
for it. He
Botchby's
held
going to
it
catch
off.
him almost. Yep. Botchby caught him, and therefore he sends the ball.
45 minutes, safe and sorry. Yep,
Yeah.
knocking it out. There's the half.
And there's no stoppage there.
Oh, well, we got a great game here at
Yeah.
BYU. Anyone out there that's still in the area, head on over and you can check out the rest of the second half. We'll be excited to get you everyone back here for the second half. BYU currently up 1-0 off of a goal from Taylor Feinkauser from a shot from Josh Hunter that was able to get a deflection from the keeper, and they were able to put it away. So Cougars have the lead 1-0. It was just fun to watch. This is great. It's been a good team,
This is
good soccer.
It is. I suspect it'll even get even better in the second half.
Be interesting to see the substitutions that Burlingame does at BYU to kind of see how they play this out. I know Burlingame has some pretty good bench players right now that are waiting to get in. There's actually a guy by the name of Kyrell. I think he's related to somebody that I played with the Utah Blitz, John Kyrell. I think it's his nephew. He plays on the U.S. national beach team, and he plays for Tacoma on the indoor soccer team. Looks like they may try to get him in. We'll take a peek here in the next 5-10 minutes and see what they put in. Here's a little highlights films. We got some highlights of the game. Little quick 1-2. Junior doing his thing right here. This is where he takes the ball up and goes, and just some battles here. 50-50 little touches through. It's great stuff.
Sweet, isn't it?
Hello
Okay.
and welcome back out to BYU South Stadium here for the BYU Cougars versus the Burlingame Dragons PDL matchup of the week. I'm here with Stephen Pemberton. This is Chad Sackett, and we are getting ready here to start the second half.
I expect this to be a little more fast-paced in the first half. What do you think?
Yeah, there's just looking here. I was talking to one of the coaches here for Burlingame, and they've actually made some pretty 2 or 3 changes here. They're bringing in number 9 to start here for a little switch there. Did they switch him out for number 11? Yeah, Hingler from there. So number 9, Ugo Uche. So new player in there, and they're also bringing in another one, kind of a name I know, Joseph Kyrell. Actually played soccer with his uncle, Johnny Kyrell, back with the Utah Blitz. So Joseph Kyrell's back in. He actually has played for...
So how many years ago was that, Chad?
Oh, gosh, 2000, 2004, craziness.
Back in the day,
Back in the day, right? And so, yeah, so Kyrell's coming back in number 15. He's going to be... he plays in the U.S. national beach soccer team.
Oh, wow.
And also plays for the Tacoma indoor soccer team, pro team. So
he's going to... Beach, you must have some pretty good developed calves, huh?
Right. He's right here, number 15. So that's a good sub. He's coming in the right side. And then number 9 is that. We've got that switch there, too.
Number 9, Uche. Which position is he playing?
It looks like he's going to be up top here with Cox.
Oh, there we go, yep.
So they sub for Hinglever. Number 9's coming in.
And here we go.
Uche. No subs for
quick.
BYU. Looks like they
Well, they're attacking right
center.
off the bat, aren't they? Nice job to stay in front of him. And we've got our first foul called. Keeper's going to come out and take this kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat, they attacked right down the right side, didn't they?
Yeah. And
here we go.
Uche put a little pressure on him there. He actually played with them last year, the Burlingame Dragons. He's from New Hampshire.
Well, he's come a ways, hasn't he?
Yep. Played with him a lot last year. Did very well for him last year.
From one coast to the other. Oh, that's a nice little header.
And they are putting the press on, aren't they,
They
right
really
now?
are. It's a much different game right from the get-go, isn't it? Oh, he sent it right over the top. Pankhauser's on the ball. What can he do with it? Well, it sends it right off his feet for a throw in. Well, they're much higher, much more pressure than they did in the first half. We got a nice little ball inside, but didn't quite get to its mark. And BYU gets the ball back on the back and going right up the right side again.
Oh, little touch there.
Little physical play there, isn't it?
There's
You've got to
Kyrell
expect
here.
that.
Nice and quick outlet.
Yep. Short, long. That was a good job.
You can hear the coaches for Burlingame asking to play him, play him that ball, and they did and got a little flick on. So they're asking for that ball that got to be played in there to number 9.
Oh, they're moving that ball pretty good.
So looks like they subbed out Silvera.
Silvera, huh?
Silvera came out and Hinglever. So Uche up top, number 9. And then a switch for Silvera with Kyrell on the right side.
Think they're going with a little more speed, or?
Some more attack. I think a little bit also familiar territory with Uche coming in. Him playing with them last year. He did very well. I remember him from playing last year. He's a workhorse, very strong. They're going to want to play him some balls. Direct balls, up in the air.
Gotcha.
He can flick some things on.
Well, Botcherby's come clear back into the inside. Don't have a high presence at the moment.
Here he goes. Oh,
yeah.
Good win there by, is that Ethan Meyer?
Yeah, it looks like it. I won't be surprised if they switch field here and come up, try it up the other side. Nice little run. Coming across the middle to keep possession of that ball. And
Big switch.
Big switch. Whoa. Oh, nice little run up the
through
side.
ball for Paperton to Botcherby from Josh.
Nice stop there.
Kind of back and forth a little bit here. No one's really had some
Yeah.
straight possession here for longer than 3 or 4 passes.
No, it looks like they're just pushing hard. Oh, nice little move there. Defensive movement.
Oh, they're going to call a handball on that. No
Oh.
way. He gets tackled from behind. That's interesting. It's too
Wow.
bad. See that again. Kind of gets
Yeah,
him.
we see. Oh, look at that. Looks like he just took him right down from behind.
This is where they can be dangerous. This
Yeah.
is where Burlingame can be dangerous. They're putting forward Cardigan and Smith and Uchi. Oh, they're wanting one right here. Got to be careful with number
Yeah.
13 out wide.
And they're still talking about the foul. And
Same 2
Concern
guys on the
there.
ball, right?
looks
Cox and Hernandez, lefty and a righty.
3 in the wall. And he's going to serve it up. And well defended.
Mitchell Scott.
Got it out immediately. Well done. He wasn't shy about getting that ball gone, was he?
That's right. That was a legit clearance for sure.
It was, and needed. And right in there. Nice. Step right in front of the ball. Fankhauser sends the ball up.
Ooh, gets him.
Can he get there? Not quite.
So some news I learned too, just to clear away there by JT Marcinkowski. He's actually with the U20 national team, so that's a pretty big pickup
Yeah.
for them as a goalkeeper.
Well, he certainly played well so far.
Not gonna impress this Uchi guy. Difference in press, right? Cox and Uchi both pressing
They really
harder
are.
than
Than they were.
Hinglover was, right?
Mm-hmm. So we've got a BYU throw in here. See how they work it. Staying in the air a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Well, yeah. Looked like he just went right up for the ball and won the ball, but got called for a foul.
Okay, we're good, ref. Just mind the time. We want to play.
The referee's going to warn somebody.
Good, we're good. Let's play.
Interesting. He's trying to
I'm not sure.
get him for time wasting for knocking the ball away.
Yeah.
Huh.
Looks like we're going to have another substitution by the Dragons here in a minute.
Tanner Witt was so strong there in the middle.
He's really playing well, and he covers so well when somebody has to step up. It's fun to watch them use the field the way they do. Wow. An interesting collision there.
Oof. Playing on the ground, a goal kick.
It just gives them a goal kick.
Both little battles, a little slow getting up there. Is that
Yeah.
Mitchell Scott? Both those guys going down with the ball, keeper coming out.
Yeah.
See that again. Oh, gets around him. Well done by number 5 there. Is that,
Yep.
who is that? Hernandez coming from that.
Hernandez,
Wow,
yep.
he's coming up from all the way back in the left back. He's a player out of Stanislaus. He's only a sophomore.
And who we got? We got number 10.
So yeah, this is Pajen from Panama. So he's with the U23 national team in Panama. He's played 5 years of pro with, I think it's Toro. They've played some CONCACAF games. So in the professional division in Peru, I guess he moved up here and was playing soccer. Got a sponsorship from a family
Oh,
to
that's
come
great.
and play here, and he started playing soccer. Somebody watched him at the community college he was at. He ended up playing the last 12 games of the season. They went 18-2. Scored a bunch of goals, so this is a big pickup for them, getting him in the game and watch some pace with him. See in the center there? Who did we sub for? Did that for Partita or Mendoza? Is he in the middle?
Yep, that's the one.
Garcia, did Garcia come out?
Get it, Kyrell. Run across.
I think it was, yeah, number 14.
Oh, but not 14. Okay, Garcia. Okay, that's what it was. So 14's out. Number 10 comes in, the Panamanian from U23 national team.
Oh, nice clear and a good hit control with the head.
Man, Bachabi, that's
Yeah.
is 90% on keeping possession when he gets the ball to him high.
Yeah.
Tempo,
Brandon
tempo,
Gillum
tempo.
telling him to push it a little bit, to not be so far back. Kind of push that defensive line a little higher.
Kyrell. Go on.
And he's trying to send it over the top again. And it's cleared
Hey, that's the ball. Keep on locking.
by Fordham.
Listen to the coaching staff talking about wanting to unlock that ball, so they're trying to look to go kind of that short, and then long over the top. It's kind of how they play.
Right.
They want to play a little bit more direct this half, it looks like. He's short.
Right.
They want to get it to him again.
Oh, nice step there by Whitworth.
Ball winner for sure.
Yeah. Kept it from going deep. And there's the speed of Uche, was it?
Cox is
Cox,
number 23.
Cox,
Yeah,
Cox.
Uche is over there on the number 9.
That's right.
Botcherby keeps the ball again. Look at this.
Boy, he's having a good game,
Well
isn't he?
done, lad.
He's been active. His movement's been good.
Good pressure, and then they give it a little release out to Ethan.
Look at that move by Pedro, and gets in the ball right back. Little chip down the wing. See if he can make anything out of it.
Good possession here on the right side.
Yep. Oh, little deflection. That could have been dangerous. One back by BYU and switch the field.
Here comes the pressure. Number 9 and number 23.
There he
They are
comes.
just
There he comes.
A lot more pressure here from the
Much
front
different.
forwards, right?
Much different. Oh, what a nice ball. Can he get it in? What a great,
Good hold by the keeper, JT.
very dangerous play right there.
Holding that ball, quick restart out to the left side.
Well, that's what you want to do, Chad, is you want to create as many chances as you can and put them a little bit under pressure. see if they'll crack on one of them.
Right.
Shifting back and forth across the field just to find an opening. It's a staple of the game. Oh,
Good touch.
nice touch.
Mitchell
That's
Scott again.
yeah.
Doing very well
Oh,
for
nice
them.
little flick on. From this angle, it looked like Botcherby was a little closer than that.
Now it seems that you kind of see the
Oh,
difference.
look at
here,
that.
like the win
We
by
got a 2-on-2
Pemberton.
situation here. What do we got? What do we got? Now we got another
Josh
runner
went on the
coming, and he's
left.
going to find him, but
Oh,
of
just
course,
that-
big, tall bruiser of a body
Right.
steps right in
Right
front
in
of that
front of it.
pass.
Safety net back to Brendan Ottman.
That's why you like tall guys on that back line, isn't it?
It's good. Josh was making a good run through there. I think Pemberton was looking for him. Far left, just barely caught his ear. Number 3's holding his ear right there. Just
Yeah,
caught
he
him
is.
really good right there.
The price you pay for being tall, is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Their spacing looks really good, and they're staying in a disciplined shape here on the defense, the BYU Cougars are. It's really nice to see them just letting the other team play and having enough confidence in the way they're shaped to, to take on the pressure that comes to them. I've been impressed.
That was one thing that talking to some of the defensive lines. So, chance on goal here.
Yeah, it is. Can you get it up to Pedro? Oh, not
Still
quite.
through.
Those
Still
long
going.
legs. Still got a chance, and he crosses. But it's the referee on the far side raised a flag, but I guess the center ref didn't see it or waved him off.
Oh, this could be interesting.
This could. Oh, he's a player, isn't he?
No foul.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. Come
Wow.
on.
Interesting.
Good battling by Kyrell and Connor.
Oh. Well, that's an interesting way to try and play the ball off the ground.
Look at them, they are just
Yep.
running, aren't they? 23 and 9, right? 2 forwards just putting
Yep.
pressure on. BYU's doing well to handle it though. So
They
Connor's
have
been able to
done
play it
well,
out.
yes.
You know, we lost the ball. They lost the ball there, but they, got it right back.
Now we're
Oh,
tending
he's
to go
on.
up over the top a couple times, aren't we?
Right.
Relieve that pressure somewhat. It certainly has picked up the pace from the first half. A lot of people like this style of game, up and back and forth and up and down. But you'll see a lot of them change the pace of the game just to make sure that they've got the speed when they need it.
Right. I don't know how long Cox and Uchi are going to be able to do that. I mean, they first, we're in it almost 10 minutes now. They've been working, right? They've been going. I'd see if they can keep that going, or if they maybe just wanted to see if they could push that the first 10, 15 minutes. They may try to slow it down a little bit.
That is so true. You know, and you try to get that as quickly as you can, but you take a risk in that, in your conditioning. They look to be well conditioned, but throughout the game, it's a long game. And
they've used three of their subs, so
right.
I think they've got 1 or 2 more that they can pop in here, but they try to want to spend it. Obviously, they're looking to get a tie and get another goal to equal this game.
Wow. Oh, it stayed in. So he's got an opportunity. Oh, that looked like it hit the elbow, but there's no call there, and he gets it over here to Josh. Josh is going to bring it up the side if he can. Oh,
good ball.
Right through his legs.
With the switch. So yeah, so I was talking to Junior a little bit before the game, just kind of getting a feel for some of the, their tactics and thought process, and they've been working a lot on keeping their shape in the back. Watching those gaps and also being careful not to get anything dumped over the top of them. So, and we've seen that today, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Tanner stepping in the right place, covering for when Junior does step, and lots, getting those gaps closed down when they need to.
It's really critical with the team that's really pressing forward too, that you stay in that shape and make that look good like they are.
We'll throw one over here by our side, by Clark.
Oh, mishandled that one, sent it right out of bounds, so it'll be a BYU throw in. It's amazing what it takes for these guys to get their footwork to work for them the way they want it to, and just every once in a while it just goes a completely different direction than you want it to.
Nice little foot lick. See the step there by Tanner. Doesn't get caught though. That's the one thing right there. That's there. The shape lost out of there. The Panamanian number 10.
Oh, nice little win there. That was Fankhauser that came back to win that, and they cleared it up top. That's back to the Dragons trying to control the ball. Not a lot of pressure at this point. Nice step to the ball again. It's like they're just waiting for them to send the ball up the line. They'll step to it when they need to. Looks like we're going to have a couple more substitutions here in a minute.
They're just bringing them all on, going for it. Josh Hunter is a tough one there, right?
2-on-1 on this outside. He's going to the middle. He's got his right side open. Offside. Boy, that was an opportune call because he would have been in.
They're just using them all right away.
Yeah,
they're going to go for Irvin Samara, right? Number 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got also Brock Messenger from New Zealand. He played professional soccer in New Zealand for a while. He's here now coming in.
You think he could teach us his language?
Yeah, the accent. So he's coming on the right side. Number 16, so Mendoza from UNLV coming out. They're throwing Messenger out back right. Did Hernandez stay in? Hernandez still in then? Number 5 went central.
Yeah, he's still in there on that back side there.
Oh, so he's there on the left. Okay. And then
I'm trying to look and see who they brought out.
Still in. They kept him on the right. So yep, it's, they're trying to throw some guys forward. There goes 18. I watched a lot of highlights for Brock Messenger, the New Zealand number 18.
Mm-hmm.
Every highlight that I watched of him.
Oh, what a nice move. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
well
great.
done. Now he's all alone. It's pretty tough to do that all on your own.
But he likes to go forward. Everything I saw on his highlights, he just goes. And here he goes again. Huh? He's gone forward 3 times in a row. Not sure how much it will last.
And there goes the coach's chair.
Yeah, he did like to go forward, and I did talk to them a little bit about that they like to see him going forward, but at the same time, it may open up some opportunities for BYU if he goes forward too much to get a 2v1 situation.
So we have a BYU substitution here now.
Ryan Botcherby's coming out, number 7. Cam McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Local product here, Utah County. Off his mission now, almost 6 months or so.
Now, something we haven't talked about, Chad, is you're coming from a really low elevation, these California players, and they're coming to how much is that going to affect the play here late in the second half?
It's going to be, they're in the Bay Area, so it's not as big as is the deal in the well? You know what? It depends on the person, but I'd have to say they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it, and I always ask because I grew up here in Utah, and I never had to experience it, so to say. But everybody I've talked to, they feel.
Oh, look at that cross! Can you get there?
It.
Oh, keeper, nice little poke away,
good
wasn't
touch
it?
by him. He's going for it.
Still opportunity, maybe.
Goal.
And it's in. A goal.
Wow.
There we go.
Goal! Fantastic
Josh
shot.
Hunter. I couldn't think
Great
of a nicer guy
effort.
to get that.
he takes the shot, goes there. The keeper makes a touch out. He makes a touch right around and just barely beats the keeper. I mean, that's hitting the post and going in.
Little
Josh
deflection
Hunter.
there. Nice shot.
Josh, this is a great year. This is a great year for him. He has helped out in every goal that BYU has scored this year. Oops, the yellow card for the shirt off.
Wow.
It's a tough one. You got to be careful with that. That could come back to burn him.
They needed that goal.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing job by Josh Hunter.
Well done.
Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Right off the
Look
post.
at that.
Boom.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and the keeper even got a touch on it, I think.
He did.
What a shot.
Wow. So they want him to get off the field quicker. Jaden comes in now. This is isn't that Jaden?
Yep, Jaden Wagner.
Wagner,
So
that's right.
A lot of
He's another
experience.
local product.
Yeah, I've been watching Jaden for quite a while.
Played at Maple Mountain.
Yep. When I played, when I was helping out with BYU, he was one of my guys I watched and recruited. He played for the local club La Roca here. Strong left footer, great kid. So this is adding some speed there in the back.
Yeah, fresh legs.
And he can get forward, believe me. He can get forward if they need to, but also is very quick in the back because it looks like even Burlingame's been trying to play it up over the top on the right.
Yeah.
He's coming in here to add some speed to not let anything in the back get over the top. Dangerous ball here, though.
Yes,
once again,
another
right?
dangerous
Throwing them
ball.
all in.
They're going to need to make sure they clear this. And the keeper comes out and clears that. Well done.
That's a great touch by Brendan.
Oh, yeah. He's made some wonderful saves this year. And that's out of play on the shot. I couldn't tell if that was a shot or a cross. I'm hoping that was a cross.
In betweener. Yeah, no, Brendan's being as big and tall as he is, it kind of counterbalances, right, everything that them throwing forward when their two center backs come. He throws his arms up, and it's a big plus for BYU to have him in goal on those situations.
That is so nice. You see a lot of keepers that don't have that height, and they're just at a disadvantage. I said that to one of my boys the other day, and he quickly corrected me and said, yeah, well, what about Ramondo? Doesn't seem to have been a disadvantage for him. Now, I think the crowd's not going to like that one. They're going to think that one's a foul, won't they?
Good move by Cameron McLaughlin.
Look at it again there.
Quick,
Yeah, clipped his legs there, didn't he?
Hard worker. I know he did a lot of work. I talked to Brandon quite a bit about when he came back, and I know he's been putting in the time to get his legs back from being on a mission and kind of getting back in the groove.
That can take longer than some. I mean, it's not easy for them to do, especially at this level, this quickly. How long has he been back?
6 months, I think. 6, 7 months. Yep. So
see, it does take some time.
Your brain says to do something, and then your legs don't do it.
Can Pemberton control that?
Oh, definitely could have been a foul. He got stepped on there.
He sure did.
I think he's got stepped on his hand. I think they're going to knock it out. Oh, sneak attack.
Is that the cat move? Is that what that's called? I'm just going to prounce on it when they're nearby.
Throw in here by the U23 Peruvian. Nope, Garcia. Hernandez. Garcia's out. Yep,
and some high pressure right quickly on that.
There's
he's being, that's a nice physical play.
Yeah, Ethan and Uchi battling it out on the right.
Nice movement there over there by Pedro. Looks like he's going to cross it in if he can get it to Jaden, but not quite far enough. Headed away by our New Zealand friend.
So looks like they did a little switcheroo. So Josh Hunter out for Jaden. So Jaden's here on the left. Okay, so that's interesting. I kept thinking that they put Jaden back for Connor, but there's a straight across switch for Josh. So let's watch Jaden try to put some pressure on the front, the defensive backs, kind of counter that the New Zealand kid coming in, going forward, they're going to have to stay home a little bit more with Jaden going in there.
With that speed up there.
Yep, it's a good switch there.
That was a
for
smart
Brandon.
move by Brendan. Now he's come in. This is his first year as head coach. Chad, how would you say he's doing?
I think he's doing awesome.
I do too.
Yeah, it's been great. I worked with Brandon for a long time, and just heard really good things for this year, and I love the way that he's very tactical. Likes to kind of he's just encompassing everything about the whole team right now, and they're doing a great job, and they're really listening and catching to what he wants the team to do.
We got 2-on-2, and that was really nice.
There is though, right? They're knocking it. They knock it in, right? It's just knock it in. See if we can get a flick on. See here it is again. He's look up. So it keeps.
And
on
Junior
the
was up to it, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh,
Now that should be a foul. Looks like he may have got it right in the back of the thigh with the knee there.
Card.
He's telling him to stop the ball, and they played it anyway. Looks like he's reaching his front pocket and gonna pull out a yellow card here.
Yeah, it was.
Our first card of the game goes to Whitworth for that little pressure on there. So we now have another substitution for the Dragons. Number 7, Brian Wright.
Okay, so this here, Brian Wright, I think he's come out of Vermont, first team All-American. They're just they are throwing them all on right now.
They really are, aren't they?
So 25, so Partita from UNLV coming out. Looks like they're going to play with 3 up top.
So they think they're going to 4-3-3?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to throw. They're going to throw him up top.
Yeah,
so
they kind of have to do that at this point, don't
so
they?
Wright's going to go up top with Cox and Uchi. They're going to start playing some direct balls in there. They want to. Yep, looks like they're playing a 4-3-3 now, or even a 3-4-3.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're putting a 3 in the back.
I've heard a lot of times that 2-0 lead is one of the most dangerous leads.
It is.
A lot of people don't understand, but once you get a goal, you've got a real high. And when you're at 2-0, you tend to sometimes think that you've got a decent lead.
Right.
And the other team gets a goal, and then all of a sudden they've got the strength.
See, so this outside here, you can already see Jaden's kind of stepping high instead of
he
playing
is.
back, and they're having to play 4 in the back now instead of pushing that guy forward.
Brilliant tactical move by Coach Gillian. And with Jaden's speed, he can probably almost catch that ball there.
It's a good step there by
good.
Tanner.
And he's looking up to go up at the top. There's nothing there, so he goes short. Again, BYU tries to step in. Oh, they've got a little movement there. Oh, nice. That was Scott again with trying to clear that ball and kept it from sliding through the slot there. Well done. Looks like that's going to stay in.
I don't know why. Cam McLaughlin coming over here to hold the guy off.
He's going to go clear up just to clear that ball and get some room back there so they can reset that defensive line.
Is that right there?
Oh, wide open.
See,
Number 23 is wide open. Oh, they got the through
Offsides.
ball in. So, and that's an offside call.
Yeah.
For when he hit that and when he went down, I was worried they were getting a
So it is
PK
again.
for the
You can
third
see
game
it.
in a row.
Ooh, right there. So he's just offsides
Right,
barely. Even though Connor hit it at the end, but he was off when he hit the ball.
That's right.
So Kyrell offsides just by a hair with a nice little through ball by Cox.
Yeah, it was nice.
So yeah, they're going to keep 3
leg.
high. Looks like Cox may drop into the middle.
Oh,
a
look
little
at that.
bit.
Nice little header back to the keeper to control that ball. Nice awareness on that play by the defender. That's big number 3 back there, Josh Smith. Again.
Yeah, Cox comes back in the middle a little bit, and they threw the other 2. Kyrell's going there, just throwing them all forward right now.
Now there's a foul. Yeah, there's a foul.
Tanner's got to be careful there.
Yeah,
with
they do. Number
1 yellow
18.
card. They're going to be watching him here, so
they are.
Gets him here. Yep, it's a good one.
Take
Slowed
a
the
quick
ball down.
kick.
He's going to be watching him, though. That's the one thing you got to be careful with the yellow card on him.
Yes.
Tanner's got to watch himself a
One of
little
the
bit.
hardest things to do is
especially
to
because
know.
he plays so hard.
Right. How do you back off and still play at a high intensity level? It's a tough thing for a young player to learn. But you can still play hard even when you're on the yellow, but without the dangerous.
For sure.
You'd ask him to walk a tightrope sometimes. Emotions are involved and a lot of other things. And we've got a goal kick for BYU. Let's see how they handle this. He's got such a strong leg. He sends it 3/4 almost up the field, or 2/3 up the field, and what could turn into a BYU ball. Yep, BYU ball, throw in.
73rd minute. Both teams watching the clock as it kind of counts down here. I think that Burlingame's throwing every sub in they can. BYU still has 2 or 3 left if they need them.
Now, interesting, when we were talking with the one of the directors earlier, he said there's 2 games that they were fearful of, and this was one of their fearful games, that they had to come play here on this field against this team. That's kind of a compliment to the BYU Cougars,
Yeah.
both the players and the place that they play in.
It's a very difficult place to play. People love it. I mean, it's kind of interesting when teams come here to Provo, they're all taking pictures and they're enjoying the atmosphere and the field.
Oh, and they do.
But the nice move by Taylor.
We had a player from England come over and come to the house a couple of years ago, and he was just in awe of the scenery around. He was taking pictures of everything.
Foul there.
What do we have
Yep,
here?
He got him.
Yep.
Went in 2-footed. Connor with a little tweak move. That was a pretty sweet move by Connor. Look at that. Back to him.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I love this kid, man. Connor is a great player. He's worked so hard to get to where he's at. I remember watching him play for Sparta. A lot of his friends. I think there's a few guys played with him. Jerry Dearden played here at BYU too. A lot of guys from that club team. We're a very, very good club team from that Sparta year.
That's fun to watch them, especially when they're local. You can see them come all the way up and
Right.
get to this position.
Yep.
It's fun to see the talent grow and get better. A lot of people don't get to see the growth, but if you watch the clubs around here, you watch certain players, boy, it is fun to see them get better.
It's getting fun this year. There's the big one. They're playing it from the center back.
Yeah, again.
Connor wins the ball.
And the defensive line is up to look at it. Watch this ball.
He's on.
Great,
Oh, just
great
off
ball.
barely.
Oh, that was so
To see
close.
a review of that one. That was a close
Wow.
one.
Well, to be honest, he has a better angle than we do, but at the same time, you sure wish that
There
one
it
would
is.
have
Let's
stayed
see how
on.
close this is. Oh,
wow.
gosh. That was a close
I'm
one.
not sure
That was so close.
You know, the referees have a tough job, but I'm not sure he got that one right.
It's kind of an interesting thing. A lot of them are, they're not the guys. Kyle McLaughlin right there knocked the ball away, right? And referees kind of tell them to speed it on and stuff. But it happens everywhere. Everywhere where you play. I mean, when we played, when I was with BYU last year with Burlingame, they were up on BYU at that time, and God, they killed the game so much. We were yelling the same as they are right now. Just hey, they're kicking the ball away. They're trying to kill the game, but it is what it is.
Well, there's a little discussion, not for now, but for another time, the gamesmanship versus sportsmanship. That's going to be probably an ongoing. Oh, nice cross, but a reach for that ball caused it to go clear up over the back of that net, and we dodged a bullet there. But it was a good ball inside.
Yeah. So they've thrown some guys in here, right? They threw Uchi up top. He actually, like I said, played last year for them quite a bit and is one of their guys. And he's caught putting some pressure on there. That's a really good chance there. They've had in a while. So
here comes that big leg. He's keeping it a little lower than he did earlier. Look at the speed of. Look at that work, but work rate with both sides. Wow. Love that kind of ball. Both going after it as hard as they can and working well.
Yep. Aggressive, not dirty. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Could control that ball, kept it to himself. Can he find him? He found him wide. Jaden sends it back in.
Right, back to
McLaughlin. Oh, could that be go for a corner?
Yeah. We're going to give him
Looks
a goal
like
kick,
ought to
though.
be a corner.
Interesting. Because I
Nope.
went the opposite way.
Wow. Okay. That's why they pay them the big bucks, right?
Yes, that's right.
So we have a substitution. So 15, Christian Guntry in for Peyton Pemberton.
He's going up top. He's just going to run a lot. So I talked a lot with Christian here. I talked to his dad quite a bit. He comes from back east, and he's multi-sport athlete. I mean, guy's a workhorse, a big-time athlete. and tried out for the team. When he made it, got into school, and now he's on the team. It's been exciting to see. I remember emailing him back and forth with his dad and trying to find out ways to get good looks at him and for camps, and he's here now playing for the Cougars. It's a pretty neat thing to see.
That is great. You know, and they've got him listed as an outside back, so to use him in this position, Brandon making another tactical move to
just kind of get that fresh legs in there, throw him up there, could put a little bit of pressure on their back four.
Exactly.
So that's really what they're looking to do. They get the ball in the back four, knock it around a little bit. They try to knock it forward, and it's like a 50-50 chance if they're going to keep it on the ground or knock it high. So if they can put some pressure on it and disrupt that direct ball, helps a little bit, slow the game down.
Yeah. So they send it back the back line. Look like we're going forward again. I kind of thought that might just keep it in the back here and try to swing it. Oh, look at that skill.
Little touch.
Nice, Junior. Strong enough to keep possession. He's going to switch it maybe. Nope. Nice little move there, Whitworth, just to keep control of the ball.
Good little round of possession.
Oh, look at this
Junior's
run.
Gonna go forward.
Come on, Junior. Look at that.
Oh, keeper's out in the back. Tanner, here it is where it is. So, yep, Tanner covers him for him. Junior's coming back.
Yeah.
Tanner steps right in the back. Pedro
Nice.
drops in. A lot they talk about. So, some good keeping their shape like they talked about before the game with Brandon, with Coach Gilliam.
Right, yeah. Young players have a real tough time as they come up through the club system, realizing that they have to do that and pick up and play another position for a few minutes.
Wow.
But it's critical at this level to make sure you're covering the player that has to make that run.
Exactly. And there's Connor stepping in behind, win the ball. Defense has done really well.
They have.
His chances coming in.
You know, they've
Burlingame's
been,
going at them. They're trying to get it up over the top, and one guy's always stepping in the way.
they've been alert every time. I mean, I've been very impressed with how they've handled that back line. That might roll out. Nope.
He likes to go forward.
Good patience
he likes
by
to go
Jaden.
forward.
Look at that. Look at that. Good patience by Jaden, which helped
Nice and
allowed his
smooth.
teammate to
And
help
keep
him up.
the ball in the back.
Yep.
That's
And
a
Hera Pedro goes forward
nice
with the
and
ball.
smooth and steady. Janky.
Looks like we got 5 on 5. And finding the open man. Oh, nice little touch. Back to Jaden. He sees, oh, nice little through ball. Can he get there? No, the keeper comes out off his line and does really well to stop that
Pretty
ball.
good progression. That started all the way back in the back with Connor and Jaden working it out. Connection with those two starting it there and just keeping the ball out of the back.
There they are trying to go up over the top again. Nice little flick move to take the pressure off. Sending across the middle. Pedro's right there, though. Nice.
That's right. You hear Coach Gilliam yelling to them, force it back, and just keeping that ball behind, not giving them any dangerous opportunities.
Oh, nice little touch. Can he? Oh, well done, keeper. He came out and stopped that ball. He went around 2 people over the top.
Time save by Brendan Ottman.
Great save, which gives BYU the control of the ball, and they're again on the move. Man, he seemed to come out of nowhere to win that ball back.
It was a great move by the Burlingame forward.
It really was.
So I could got around one guy, got around another guy, and then 1v1 with Brendan.
I'm liking their ball movement to keep it away from the opposing team.
They're able to
They're just finding
switch
the
in the
open
attack
man.
and find the open. Yeah, they're switching the ball very well tonight for BYU.
I stepped into the locker room just really quickly before the game, and it looked like they were all in good spirits, like they felt like they had a good shot at this game today, and I was pleased to see that, the confidence.
Oh, he's off.
Now,
Oh,
he's
they
letting
played
him play on, and it looks like they may score their first goal. Yep. Through ball.
That was close.
Yeah, it sure was. Let's see if we can see that again. It's those close ones that really...
It's good. 1v1, does the best he can. Just nice and easy shot. But look who came, who scored that goal right there.
Look at that.
Right, the right back. We watched him in the highlight films coming in. He came forward, and all the highlight films we watched, he was coming forward and he puts his name on that goal.
So Jake Miles comes in for Pedro.
Push on, Brian. Go on, Hugo.
Jake is another local boy,
Push on.
played here at Springville High School.
That's right. Some southern Utah. Well, what do you say? Southern.
Yeah.
Northern
Utah
Utah County. Southern Utah County.
Yeah. He's a strong player.
Kyrell, get high.
Now with 7 minutes left in regulation, or let's see, what is that? Not quite 7 minutes left in regulation. They're going to want to control that ball.
Right. I don't know if they'll add too much. They may add 2 or 3 minutes to the game. We'll see how that goes. Nice little 1-2 on the side there.
Really looked good, didn't it? Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Didn't turn into much, but it was a danger. They had to play that well. Junior's right there to play defense. Can that guy get around him? Nice help.
1-2. Is
Wow.
that Mitchell Scott?
Nice
Stepping in
job
there to
again.
help out. He's had a great game tonight. Stepping in the right place, being in the
He
right
sure
place at the
has.
right time. But you can see that number 7 coming in there, right? Brian Wright.
Yeah.
Just the speed he has. You can see why he was the first team All-American in college.
Now, notice there's a little pep in the step of the Dragons now. They've got that goal.
Oh, you're talking to the 2-0 lead, right?
Right.
Here he goes, look for the big one.
Yeah.
Switch it over. They're going to look up, see if they can hit somebody stepping forward.
Got
Watch
plenty of
Brian
time
Wright
to
come
be
and
able to
play
do
the
with
ball.
it. Well,
There he is up.
wasn't too dangerous there. It was covered both by the defender, and I think Ottoman was in a perfect position to snuff that out. But you want them not to even get that far with the ball, if you can.
I think they're going to try to keep knocking some in
Oh.
there. We'll watch these last
They've
2 or
got
3
it.
minutes. They're going to be some balls being knocked into the box for sure for some challenges.
Sure makes for an exciting game, doesn't it? Oh, nice step, Junior. Again, look at that. And a switch, it's going to go out, but
Kyrell's in.
the idea was right to get it to the
Another
open man.
quick restart for the Burlingame.
You can turn, yeah. It's okay, next one.
Now keeper's going to come out and control this. He'll probably take his time as much as he can anyway.
Kill 10 seconds.
10 minutes away. Keep playing. Ref, count. Onside, Joseph, onside.
Yeah, that come off his foot a little different than it wanted to, I think.
Good flick on.
Nice flick on. The pressure's up there. You got 2
There
on
he is
this
again.
backside there.
Coming forward again,
Yeah,
right?
he's coming forward again. Let's see who that comes off of. And it's a throw in instead of a corner.
He's coxing the ball, knocking it back to Smith. He wants to get in the box.
Yeah. He's trying to find that open player, which he does. And there's a shot. You know, if we were in EPL, they'd say that was a bit ambitious, wouldn't they?
A bit ambitious. Little Jakey.
He needs to get a drink, so he gets a drink, and the referee's right on him to get playing the game. You know, if he didn't do that, he'd hear from the coaches, wouldn't he?
Right. So they're starting to put some pressure on here, right? 3 minutes. They're going to press as hard as they can. It's a big game right here for both teams. A lot on the line here.
Lot.
First and second place going into the division. It's going to
Oh,
kind
now
of
that-
switches.
He's got
Ooh.
his arm around the front. So definitely a
elbow.
foul. I wouldn't be surprised if he reached for that front pocket, but it doesn't look like he's going to.
Ooh,
See
geez,
that?
over the top of him there.
Yeah, you want to be real careful with those elbows.
Some time here off the clock.
Chips
Put
it
in
up
the
to
corner.
Jake.
Ooh. Oh. They're going to go quick.
High up, Brooke.
He's giving a goal kick then, isn't he?
Find it, Josh.
He did foul. Did he let it go out of bounds? Oh, yep. Give him
Yeah.
a goal kick.
Got Hugo.
Yeah.
Here it is. Oh, looking up.
Yeah.
He was looking for him. There they are.
Head up.
Right to the corner.
Get in there and play that. Oh,
That's
nice
amazing.
step. Look at him. And then he wins the ball. What a great tackle on
Great
that
tackle
ball.
by Tanner Whitworth.
That was beautiful.
Steps into it.
Completely controlled that ball, so it's not going to go anywhere.
Hard. 4, thank you.
Oh, nice little play there.
That's great.
Big number 3 went right after the ball, and
Nothing. Still in.
yeah, still in. And look at that. They're moving the ball where they need it. Just use the time. You know, you don't often see them take it to the corner in this league. Sometimes you wish they could do that.
Yeah, let's see if they're. Ooh, here's a chance.
Oh,
Jamel. High up. Tyrell, high. Gotta go, bro. Come on.
Last bang moments here.
Hugo early. Hugo inside.
Coach Gilliam yelling for Christian up top to drop in the middle until Jake can get back. There's the big ball.
great run.
Offsides call.
Offside call. Which will take a little more time, which gives them an opportunity to close this game out.
We're gonna
Depending
see. I think
on
I saw that the ref pulled up
stoppage.
4 minutes. I'm not sure. I think I saw him pull up 4 minutes, so we could have another 4 minutes of stoppage time here added on. They're gonna stop it. Everybody's gonna. All the coaches are gonna take their watch and they're gonna
Oh yeah.
add it onto their clock.
5 minutes.
Right into the corner. Now, they need to keep their shape in order to absorb the pressure that's going to be coming from the Dragons on this. Look at that back line all in sync together. It's nice to see that.
Oof.
Yeah, and he's going to go. He's going to go reach into his pocket.
Oh man, this is kind of an interesting
Yellow card.
yellow card, man.
Really interesting. The other one wasn't a yellow.
Yeah, I can understand the foul.
I can understand. Yeah, I'm not sure that was
Let's see
yellow
here.
card worthy.
I don't know. Maybe we'll. Yeah,
I don't know.
Going for the ball there.
Yeah,
Maybe from his point of view, it looked like he was going in with his cleats up a little.
it
so
could be. That could be. And that's one that you want to be careful with. We got another substitution.
Another sub here. Another substitution coming in. Rich Haddock, a product from out of Bountiful, also played for LaRocca. Watched him quite a bit. One of my good friends coached him growing up, Aldolfo Valle. So Rich Haddock, a product out of Bountiful.
He comes in
great
for
forward.
Fankhauser.
Fankhauser coming out. Kill hopefully another 30 seconds or so off of a sub. Oh, there you go. Yelling for it.
They
Birmingham
were
on
yelling for a handball.
Goalkeeper
Keeper's
coming
way
out of his box.
Oh. Sliding across there is Jaden getting to that ball quickly enough to at least
And
push it
they're
out of danger
wanting to
area.
Put the pressure on this for sure.
And there he
It
is
was coming.
again, working hard.
There he goes. Messenger, the goal scorer, coming forward. All in talk.
They're just a little bit out of sorts, but nice to be able to clear that ball. They're fighting for that
Rich,
ball.
just
Look at that.
strong.
He's
Look at
a
him
strong,
go. I love
strong
that.
player, isn't he?
He is.
They weren't going to push him off that ball too easy, were they?
Keeper's not debating if to come or not.
Yeah, he's going to be careful.
Oh, he's going to
right,
win it.
right
Haddock's
there. There you go. Now just
BYU's
find the
players
open
up
man.
and
There you
excited,
go.
wanting to get this win.
Oh, Jaden's got to run. Can he make this work? And a shot on the goal.
Oh, he's offside.
And it's wide. Offside, huh?
Quickly, get the ball. High up.
Wow.
Front.
Center ref called that. I don't think the line did.
Cameron McLaughlin looking there. Eyes got huge.
Yeah, they sure
Very
did.
big.
Yeah.
They're just going to go. They're going to go super direct right now.
I'm not sure they have a choice.
They've got pushing everyone back. They're only keeping 3 back.
Yep.
There it is. Big
There
one
it
in the
is.
back again, right? Just knocking it in.
Clear
They
up
want to
over
try
the
to just
top.
knock it in.
And here comes Haddock to give him a little pressure there.
It's exciting for both teams right now. This is like we mentioned. This is a big game.
Big game.
PDL preview. There could be some teams of the week here for sure. Wow, yep, it's going to happen. Oh,
I hope he's all right. Elbow to the face is what
Let's watch
the
this
referee's
here.
calling for.
Now
Let's
they-
see if we can see it from the replay.
Oh, wow.
wow.
He gave his elbows in there, and then he's wanting to call a foul on him.
Wow.
Interesting. I might have to call the...
Looks like he's got his
call
yellow
him
card
on.
out.
Is there anything there?
Oh, and that guy's pushing him. The number 7's going in there. They've got a little altercation there. I hope they can get that worked out really quickly.
Let's watch this again. Oh, jeez. He
Wow.
gets his hand in there big time. Yeah. Did he give him a yellow?
Yeah, he gave him the yellow card.
Yep. So they did get a yellow for that.
And he's sure giving him a earful for it, isn't he?
Let's see.
If he could see
guy's
the
going
replay,
forward. They're going to keep throwing. Do you see how he came forward,
Go.
right?
Yeah, and they
He's
have
been in
to.
the back the whole time. And then when it counts, when they want to try to get it, he's all of a sudden in the mix.
Yeah. He's a guy that you got to reckon with when he comes up there. Big body, strong player. Haddock's right there in front. Almost gets the ball, but gets back to BYU, and they're going to try and control this ball. Oh. And
it is
that's
game.
the game.
Wow. This
BYU
is big time for BYU. I'm telling you.
BYU comes up with a big
Burlingame
win.
play for a while. They won the league last year, and this is a big win for them.
See the determination on Brandon's face.
Yeah. Good work for these players.
Yes.
Well, what a great game.
What a great game.
It's been good. Been a fun time to be out here with you,
You
Steven.
too. This is wonderful to see these guys play
Here, let's
this
watch
well.
this here. Good chance by Burlingame there just to get it in. There's the goal. Oh, nope, save. That was the one by Josh.
Ah, right.
Another replay here. Clear out, big number Smith in the back. Josh with some little do-si-do moves.
And there we go.
And there's the
right in the
goal
goal
to take to the lead.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
What a great
So that,
game.
That puts BYU at 2-1-1. Is that correct?
So yes, they've got two. Well, no, we won one game, tied one game. No, two games.
They
Yep,
got two
against Vegas.
And they got
they got the tie, and then they lost to 1-0. So this is sitting pretty.
It's
where
nice.
they're at. They've got a point on the road.
Yeah.
They got 4 points on the road, and now, gosh, they get their home games, and this is going to be great.
Anytime you can get a result on the road, it's a good day.
Well, once again, welcome. We're glad you came all out to enjoy this game. We thank the fans for coming out. We thank you for watching this game. And BYU pulls off a dramatic 2-1 win, holding them off with their pressure at the end. And this is Chad Sackett with BYU Soccer. And
Steve Pemberton, we're going to say goodbye. And
have a good night.
that sounds good to me. Let's
all right.
do that.
Go Cougars. Well done.